Hi guys, and welcome to a brand new channel. If you are coming here from my aerial channel, then hello, welcome, and thanks for coming over to the new one. And if you're new here, then hello, I'm Cara. I'm a professional circus artist, and I've done something a little bit crazy. I have bought a massive 223-year-old farmhouse in the middle of France. The reason I bought this farmhouse is because I want to transform it into a place that can be great for aerial retreats and workshops and all sorts of classes. So this channel is going to be a lot of the process of transforming this beautiful property into a place that is functional and filled with laughter and excitement and artistry. I have no background in any sort of home renovation or anything like that. So I have no idea what I'm doing. So on this channel, you guys are going to be going along with me and learning as I learn maybe, or watching my terrible, terrible mistakes. There is so much potential in this beautiful farmhouse. It was built in 1800. You can see it right there behind me. It is a gorgeous place. So today I'm just going to give you guys a brief tour of what is in the house, how it is now, so that once I start making big changes, you guys will have a frame of reference to see what the before was like before we move on to the after. And also to just discover what is in here, because there is crazy stuff. So maybe the most interesting thing about this property is that when I bought it from an elderly French couple who were tired of coming down here from Paris all the time, I bought this place completely furnished. And their family had lived in this house for over 100 years. I think that the husband was born here, and they chose to leave everything in the house. Everything that was in the house is still in the house. This whole place is like a time capsule. There are things that are 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 years old, just lying in drawers everywhere. So it is a crazy adventure to just discover all of this. It's really, really amazing. And I feel so excited. It's really an adventure. It's like going through the wardrobe into Narnia. And yeah, let's get going. Okay, moving on. We're going to go into the house and we're going to start with the garage. The garage, as you can see, is an absolute mess right now because of just unpacking stuff that I bought. I've just kind of been dumping stuff in here. So it is a mess, but it's a nice garage. It's got a lot of potential. It's a nice big size, and it's got 7 different Grim Reaper threshers. Because why have one when you could have 7? And why have none when you could pretend to be the Grim Reaper for Halloween with a different scythe every year for the next 7 years? I'm set for Halloween for life, or for at least the next 7 years. It also has these really nice laying out deck chairs, which I'm very excited to use once it gets a little bit warmer. So random nook under the stairs as well, which at the moment just has some boards in it. So are those? Is there a door back there? Hang on, we're going to try adding some flash to this video. Or maybe I'll use my other phone. I am that person that has 2 phones. Don't judge me. It's because I have to film aerial training and I keep filling up phones with the aerial training. But let's see if I turn on the flashlight on this phone. Let's see what we can see. There is something back there. There is something back there. I didn't know there was anything happening under these stairs. Let me see if I can selfie stick this camera into that compartment. Oh, yep. There's a nook. I'm pretty sure that the stairs were built after the rest of the house. Maybe they changed the positions of the stairs in the house. So I think that's what is going on there. That's really interesting. But speaking of secret hiding places, I'm going to show you the most secret hiding place of this house. But I'm going to show it to you briefly because it's a bit scary at the moment. So when you enter the garage and you lift up the giant trap door, there are stairs going down to I'm not going all the way down because it's filled with spiders and I don't like the spiders. The cave. In France, cave is just like a basement. And I think this one was some sort of wine storage because there are a lot of wine bottles over there. I love that there's a space here, even though it's super scary at the minute. But it's really exciting because I can think of all kinds of fun possibilities of what to do with this space. One other thing that's really cool in here is, look at that. Someone put that up on the wall. I wonder if they were hoping to buy this car, if this was like their favorite car, but that's definitely, what, like the 60s at least? This is not recent, and it's just been hanging on the wall in this garage. So I can really imagine the people who used to live here. It's a really cute car, quite like it. All right, moving on from the garage, we're gonna move into the proper house. And we're gonna start with the entryway, which unfortunately doesn't have any lights in it right now. So it's gonna be a dark entryway. I'll show you guys briefly. We've got the hall coming in, and then you walk past the garage door and you go up to the stairs, which are very cute. Again, I think that these stairs were built quite long after the house. You've got one of many antique clocks that are just hanging out in here. It doesn't work, but might have some potential if I can get it to work. And we're coming up to the first floor. So for the moment, I'm just storing all of the chairs that I found in the house in the first floor sitting room. So I love the sitting room. I think it's so cute. I have already installed a chandelier in here because I have a serious chandelier addiction. It's a problem. We've got a gorgeous little fireplace with the mirror above it. And this fireplace is actually made out of wood. So even though it's painted to look like marble, it is in fact wood, which is kind of great because it means I can easily repaint over that brick pattern, which I'm not crazy about. So there's going to be a color change in the fireplace, I think. Although I might keep the wallpaper in this room because it's very 1920s and I think it's really pretty. I like the color of it. I like the pattern. Moving on, we have this gorgeous armoire. I'm obsessed with this armoire. It's so pretty. It's so nice. I don't think there's anything in it. Yeah, this is one of the ones I already checked and there was nothing in it, but it is so beautiful and I'm so happy to have it. There's some lighting fixtures that either I've disconnected because I wanted to replace them or I was a little worried about their fire safety. I'm gonna say that like not everything in this house is up to code at the moment. There's gonna have to be a major electrical overhaul. Up next, we have another room that I'm kind of just using for storage at the minute. I've just kind of grouped random bits of furniture in here. This is probably the least elaborate room in the house at the minute. There is a really cute wood stove, which is really exciting because I would love to be able to do wood fires in here and heat some of the house that way. But there's my hoop. We're just grouping things in here. It's not that interesting or attractive. I think this will be a dining room. I think this will be like the big dining room. Coming down the hallway, we have the yellow bedroom. This room has more of a 1930s vibe than the rest of the house. Everything else feels a bit older, but this room feels a little bit more 1930s. Nice little elephant. Oh no, it's a cow. That's cute. Oh, I like this over here. We've got, what is that, needlepoint? That's kind of cool. It's like a needlepoint that someone's hand done. That's really neat. Yeah, definitely will keep that. Can I open? Oh, something's happened. That wasn't a good sound. Yeah, inside of the armoire. I don't think there's anything in this one. Okay, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna leave that. And again, we have a room with no light and I should have opened the shutters in this room before I started filming, but it is what it is. This will be a surprise room for later. It's another bedroom. It's got more of that 1920s style wallpaper, and it's also filled with extra furniture that I've just kind of moved out of my way. So yeah, I'm going to be selling a lot of things on Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, etc. So if you need furniture, give me a call. Moving on to, this is the bedroom at the end of the hall. This is the biggest bedroom on this floor. And I think it's so cute. It's got really, really cute vibe already. I might change the walls because a lot of the rooms in this house, and indeed the whole stairway, are this textured wall concrete, which I don't love. So I do want to update that by covering it with something else, maybe wallpaper. But I want to show you my discovery in this room, which is this magazine from the 1960s. So I just happened to find this in a drawer, and it's so interesting. It's like, don't think I saw a date on it. Let's see if we can find a date. But it is so interesting. It's like I was saying that this place is just a time capsule of items from the past. I'm not seeing any kind of date on this, but obviously if you look at the dresses, it's from the 50s or 60s, somewhere in there. And it's amazing just to find this sitting in a drawer. It's crazy. I also found this newspaper. It's a little bit more recent. I think I did see a date on here. When are you from? Oh, there we go. 1977. You can tell because the leading article on the front page here is about someone taking over China after Mao. So yeah, historical time capsule. And then one more little surprise in this room is, oh, let's move this chair out of the way. There's so many chairs. Why are there so many chairs? How many people do we have that need to sit down? Anyway, let's see if we can open this one up. It is, oh, be careful of the urn. Don't break things already. An antique sewing machine. And it is so cute. I love it. Let's see if I can lift it up. Oh, it's heavy. She heavy. That is some quality sewing right there. And it's already threaded. Who threaded this? Well, that's good because I can figure out how to thread it based on someone already having threaded it. They really knew how to design stuff back in the day as well, because look at these little drawers for your thread and your pins. There's some pins still in there. And little spools for your different colors of thread, your bobbins. So nice. I can't wait to see if this is still in working order. It seems like it is. I don't see any reason to believe it won't actually work. And I'll move on to the bathroom on this floor, which again is another room with no lights. So what you get is the dark version, but this room, it's not, there's nothing super historical in here. It's a bathroom. It's got linoleum flooring, which a lot of the house has linoleum flooring. I'm gonna have to pull that up. I hope there will be a nice wood floor underneath it. I'm gonna have to redo a lot of this bathroom. It's just a bit dated and yeah, it just needs a freshen up, but nothing major. The only major thing is that this bathtub is the only way currently to bathe in the house. There is no shower, or at least there is no working shower. Although baths are great and I love having a bath, having to take a bath every single day is not ideal just because of the amount of time it would consume. Let's go upstairs to the third floor. The other area of the house that I definitely will need to show you guys, but I think I'm going to do it in its own video, is the old barn. It is massive. It's the same size as the house. It's divided into two sections, one of which used to be a separate house. So that could potentially be restored way in the future if I win the lottery. But the other side is one big space, and that is going to be my main aerial and circus training space. There's also some surprises in there that I have found already, because everything else in this house is filled with like historical objects, so why not also the barn? Yeah, keep an eye out for that video coming soon. So this floor will have some of my stuff in it because I did stay up here last night. All right, one of the first projects that needs to happen is that the extremely 1970s wallpaper needs to be removed from these doors, and then they need to be sanded down, and then I need to buy some paint, and I think I'm going to paint this whole little landing area that's at the top of the stairs sort of a cream color. That's one door that I already got the wallpaper off of, so that's what's underneath. And then do gold highlights on the raised parts of the doors right here. So that's the ultimate goal. However, scraping down these doors is a really hard job. It's rough. But on the good side, it is keeping my arms strong for aerial, so that's good. But we've got, first off, the kitchen. And yesterday I got off the train and I went and bought all the stuff to make sure I'd be warm and could cook. So I got a kettle, I've got a toaster, I've got a hot water bottle, which was a lifesaver last night. I got a cutting board that I brought from Paris. Riding the train with a cutting board and a chandelier was super fun because I did bring a chandelier from Paris. Got a microwave, and I bought a soda stream because I really like carbonated water. I've got all the packaging from those purchases. It's a nice big kitchen, but the only cabinets are these. So I am gonna probably splash out and buy like full on built-in cabinets, wood cabinets to go across this wall. I'm also gonna get a new stove because this one has that gas, which terrifies me. So not gonna do that. We've got this like little wood heater stove, but it does say decoration only, inapt for heating. So that's just decoration, but it's cool. I like it. My favorite thing in the kitchen, the china collection. How cute are these? I love them. I love little teacups. And I've got a whole cabinet full of them, and that's very exciting to me. I need to get some construction people in and ask if I can knock out that wall next to the sink to open it up, because there's a space back there, and if I could open it up and just have it open to the kitchen, that would be way better. I've also got this heating thing that I found, just like two electric stove eyes, a hob, and I'm gonna use it, and I hope it's not gonna catch on fire. Then we've got the first bedroom up here. I love this bedroom. It is really cute. I like that chair a lot. We've got this sort of cute little silver, maybe it's like a candy box, some kind of little box. Beautiful big armoire. Love the locks on there. They're beautiful and ornate. Gorgeous view in this room. I love that view so much. Absolutely love it. And a second antique sewing machine. Let's see if I can get the cover off. I might need to put down the phone to do that. There we go. This one's called an Excella. If you know anything about the brand Excella or just antique sewing machines in general, I know a little bit, but I would really like to know more, and especially kind of like what kind of year these are from would be really cool to know. There's the cover that went over it. There's these little picture frames that I found in one of the armoires, so definitely gonna need to find some pictures to put in there. They're very cute. Moving on, we've got the bedroom I'm sleeping in, all the stuff I brought from Paris. I really like this wallpaper. That's why I chose to sleep in here. I think this will be like my permanent bedroom here. We've got this day bed that was in here. I think I'll move that out. I'm not crazy about that. Fun little mirror that I found. It's quite pretty. Big armoire. Cute little bedroom. And we have the living room up here with this beautiful chest of drawers. I love the color of this and the marble top. So that is really gorgeous. I'm really happy with that. These two paintings, this one and this one, that are original, which is fun. I've never had an original painting before. Another beautiful armoire. I don't think there's anything in here. Let's just have a look. Oh yeah, there is. Oh, look at that. That's fun. I really like that. Very vintage, very like Downton Abbey style. I like it. Can't open the other side. There's probably some kind of lock. I got glasses. Cute. Happy with that. This lighting fixture that, because I'm tall, I've walked into about 47 times, so that's got to be changed. And the world's most 1970s couch. It's peak 1970s. I'm gonna get a different couch in here, definitely. And then this was the most unique item that was probably left in the house. It's a carved, either a rhino horn or an elephant tusk. I feel like it might be a tusk. I'm not sure how I feel about owning this because I'm very, very pro like kindness to animals. This seems like a very odd item for me to own. However, getting rid of it also won't help the elephant at this point. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about that. And finally, I'm gonna go back through the kitchen and just show you guys the staircase to the attic, which I'm not gonna go in today because of arachnophobia, and also it's really hard to lift that door, and I'm gonna wait to go on a day when I'm gonna like actually do stuff in there. So that'll be a future video, is the attic, but the attic is gorgeous. And it's gonna be a beautiful big like yoga studio kind of space eventually. Okay, so I'm going back downstairs to show you guys the final part of the house, which actually you have to go outside to get to because it is a completely separate apartment. So I'm going back into the garden, over one door. We're gonna go in to here. The massive skeleton keys. There's so many of these. I literally have probably 150 of them. And this door is jamming, so I'm gonna have to just sneak in. Down here, okay, there we go. So this is the downstairs apartment, which does have electricity. There we go. Yeah, this one's a little bit less maintained than the rest of the house. The rest of the house is totally livable, and this apartment is just a little bit of a fixer-upper. But I love this giant fireplace. We've got the vintage pots for everything, and then you've got like vintage fireplace accoutrement. There's a toaster, like an old style toaster. There's this big soup pot. Like, it's crazy. It's like a museum. It's so cool. There's this little bit over here, which I think is some sort of like bread oven maybe, or maybe it was like wood storage, coal storage. Again, if you know what's going on there, please let me know. We've got this little box with, something from a dungeon. Okay. Cool. Maybe I could put that on the gate. Maybe that's what it's from. Maybe it's from the front gate originally. It's a bit rusty, but it feels like it's in kind of good shape, so maybe you could find a use for that. Got a nice, that'd be pretty for putting flowers in actually. Maybe I'll make that a vase. And then we're coming through into the bedroom over here. Oh, there we go. So this one's it's got two armoires down here. This is the same pattern as that sewing machine upstairs, which I really love. And you can see the bed also has that pattern. So I might move these upstairs because I really like them. And then there's the box of stuff, which was, I have not touched this. It was exactly like this when I arrived. We've got some crucifixes. We've got someone's pipe. I don't know what that is. Yeah, so this is here. And then over here, I found these in a drawer just a minute ago. I think this is someone who used to live here, because you can see it's the same person in both of these photos. And based on, like, my guess based on his clothing and sort of look in general would be that this photo is from like maybe in 1900, sort of that like turn of the 20th century kind of era. It has that kind of look to me. But if you, again, if you guys know, if anybody knows more about when, like what this uniform is, or a better way to date these photos, that would be super interesting. I don't think there's anything about them that tells like, oh, that one's got loose glass. But that's really cool. I think that's someone who used to live here, and it's really a neat thing to find. I'm gonna go through into this little door. It's such a funny little door. But it goes through into the little kitchen that's down here. I just have to fight with the luck. And little kitchen, another little stove, and that looks out in the back garden. We've got the hot water heater, which I am terrified to turn on. I have a lot of fear about this, but I am going to try to turn it on later today. I need hot water. And finally, we've got this little room, which is really nice and bright, and I really like these French doors that open out onto the front garden. I really like these basket chairs. Definitely going to use those outside in the garden. Got some loungers, got some insulation for the ceiling, and this is the downstairs apartment. So why don't you open? A lot of the doors and things are stuck because they haven't been opened in so long. So that's okay. We'll go back the other way. All right, coming back out this way. Yeah, so that is the house as I sneak through the door that doesn't open that way. Something's gonna have to be done about that. That's the house, and I love it. This is actually the first house that I saw. I did a short trip with a friend of mine last year to come and look at several different houses, and this was the first one that I saw, and my friend was like, I don't want to tell you to make an offer on the first house that we've seen, but you should make an offer on that house. And I was like, I completely agree. I love that house. I just fell in love with it from the minute we walked in. And I feel really strongly that a house, especially an old house, should have a name. And I do not know of a name for this house. So I've decided I'm gonna name it Everdeen, not after Katniss Everdeen, although I do like the Hunger Games. But actually there's a character, the main character in Thomas Hardy's Far from the Madding Crowd, that's called Bathsheba Everdeen. And that book is all about how she inherits a farm just as a single woman on her own, like goes off and runs the farm and turns it around and sort of like makes her own way in the world, is a big part of that book. And I really love that book. So yeah, this is going to be Everdeen in honor of her. Well, what I want to do here is, remodel this house, really like give it a new life, preserving it to pass it on. So yeah, this is Everdeen house. And this is going to be the journey with that. So stay tuned. There'll be lots and lots of new videos as I try to do various projects that I don't know how to do. There's going to be a lot of comedy as I fail miserably at many of them. So please make sure to subscribe to continue on with the journey. I think I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon weeding and mowing the garden. So that should be super fun. And I will see you guys next time.